Guys, I know it's not technically anything to do with the Chargers, but football news happened today, so let's talk about it. What's going on, TD Nation? It's your boy Dizzy. Stuff happened. Cam Newton is finally signed on an NFL roster, signing a one-year deal with the New England Patriots, which conveniently came right at the same time that it was announced that they were being fined $1.1 million in forfeiting draft picks for filming the Bengals and cheating like they always do and getting punished. But then they like, hey, we got Cam Newton. Yeah, all right, distractions. Nah, but seriously. Still, I guess kind of crazy that it took this long. Granted, you can blame the pandemic to an extent. Nothing's been normal. On the night that I'm filming this video, it is 2 days before July 1st. And Cam Newton barely just got picked up. I know Charger fans, you guys were like half and half. Like, I want Cam Newton, I don't want Cam Newton. You know, he's the ultimate difference maker and he's gonna sell tickets, or he's gotten hurt the last 2 years and is probably on his downhill swing more so than an uphill swing. I mean, me personally, and I want to make it clear because I will admit my faults at the end of the season if I was wrong. I was never really team let's sign Cam Newton. I don't think that made a whole lot of sense in the sense that you already had Tyrod Taylor under contract. Obviously, after the draft, it made a ton more sense because you drafted a quarterback with number 6 and you drafted a quarterback last year. You know, I think that just would have led to a crowded quarterback room. I know a lot of you guys are saying, yo, Diz, like, you can't honestly expect me to believe that you think Tyrod Taylor is better than Cam Newton. You know, pump the brakes on that. I think it's more so of what they have to offer and what's the scenario. Tyrod Taylor already under contract. Cam Newton, you have to sign additionally. Do you then trade Tyrod Taylor? Do you keep both on the roster? Wouldn't it just be cheaper to keep the one guy who's already under contract, who's already had a year with the offense, who's already had a year with the coaching staff and the players around him, even though he played backup? And all that being said, my biggest thing was, the injuries. Cam Newton is a physical, running, athletic quarterback whose game basically relies a lot on his athletic and physical ability. He's been hurt the last couple seasons, so you don't know really what that's going to look like. If you're looking from a passer standpoint, I think Tyrod Taylor gives you a little bit more from a passer standpoint than Cam Newton does. So it's like, you kind of go with what you already know versus like, I know what Cam is, but I don't know what Cam is because of the last 2 seasons. Having said all that, I mean, we all saw this coming, the move. This is a Patriot move. And if anyone is, I think Bill Belichick and offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels is going to figure out how to make Cam Newton the best version of himself, but we'll see. Let me know in the comments what you think below, as always. I don't know if it makes me hate them any less or more. I know with Tom Brady's departure, it's kind of like, okay, well, he's not there anymore. But anyways, that has nothing to do with the topic of conversation. And again, I put videos like this out because I want to be held accountable too, you guys. I want to be able to go at the end of this season and look back, and if Cam Newton's like an MVP candidate, I can be like, all right, cool. I didn't know what I was talking about. Or just kind of see how it pans out. I mean, either way, don't get me wrong. I do want to see him succeed. I mean, and straight up, the Panthers just gave up on him. I mean, he did take them to a Super Bowl. He was the league MVP at one point in time, like not that long ago either. And he basically just couldn't stay healthy for the last 2 seasons, so they gave him the boot. It's unfortunate because a lot of other mediocre guys get a lot more chances. Just saying. Also, just talking about NFL stuff, I guess they announced, if you didn't hear, they canceled the Hall of Fame game, which is usually that first preseason game that's like right after the Hall of Fame induction ceremonies, and yeah, that got canceled due to the pandemic. Also, I guess they were saying, and I don't know how like accurate or full on this is, they were talking about, well, where we're at right now is when games do come about this season, basically blocking off those first section of seats to have like a separation between fans and players and coaches and people on the field. I honestly think it is going to get taken a step further, and I hope I'm wrong, and I don't want to be pessimistic, but I really don't see, at least the first few months, how there's going to be even fans at all at games. I mean, you have the NBA who's resuming the season in a bubble in Orlando, where it's literally all the teams are in the same place. And that happens at the end of July. And you mean to tell me at the beginning of September, barely a month and a couple weeks later, the NFL season's going to resume like normal? I don't see how that gap of time, if there's going to be much changes. Same thing with Major League Baseball. You know, they're still playing in stadiums, but no fan attendance. MLS is doing the bubble tournament thing as well, also in Florida. I just don't see, and I don't want to be pessimistic, and I think the NFL is doing right by kind of waiting to like about a month or two prior before making decisions on things to see how things go, because nobody really knows how it's going to go. I just don't see it happening where we're going to games, which sucks because, I really wanted to go check out SoFi. I really wanted to be there for that home opener. I really wanted to, bring in and have that opening day vlog with, the first ever regular season game, Chargers game at SoFi Stadium. So let me know in the comments what you think if you want to talk about it. Obviously, I know everyone has a different attitude towards the subject. I'm all for doing what's right and what makes sense. In relation to that, I know training camp, unfortunately, will be closed off and won't be open to the public. 100% the right decision, which bums me out, but it's good to know that they are making the right decisions. It's one of my favorite times of the year. I get to meet a lot of you guys. It's a very casual environment. It's fun. It's very personable with some of the players, getting to meet them, getting autographs and stuff like that. Yeah, we just kind of have to roll with the punches, take it one day at a time. Make sure you guys are wearing your masks and social distancing. I know all across California in particular, it's been issued that a lot of bars are supposed to close back down because of this, uptick and spike in certain areas of more cases happening. So just, I don't know, be safe and be healthy, y'all. It's unfortunate you can't control the actions of everyone, and unfortunately, everyone needs to work together to beat this thing. So let's just do the best we can and, look out for each other. So that being said, I'm going to leave it at that. Follow me on my social medias, link down in the description below, Instagram, Twitter. Also follow me on Twitch. I do stream 2 to 3 days a week, Tuesday, Thursday, and now Saturday nights instead of Sundays. And if you don't mind showing it some love, if you're into like gaming stuff, Call of Duty Warzone, I uploaded a couple videos on my dead gaming channel that I've basically ignored, Dizzy HD. Also linked in the description below. So if you want to check those videos out, show some love, I'd appreciate it. Stay safe, be well, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And peace.